The United States Congress is on recess, but before Congress went on break for the holidays, it passed one of the largest pieces of yearly legislation, the National Defense Bill. That bill provides for the funding of our military and outlines military policy. And part of this bill involves $3 billion headed to Guam. Our Washington, D.C. Bureau reporter Rachel Knapp spoke with Delegate Jim Moylan from the U.S. Capitol.
Just before the holidays, Congress passed the annual National Defense Authorization Act, better known as the NDAA. In this roughly $800+ billion bill, it includes a 5% pay raise for members of the military, expands military partnerships in Europe and the Indo-Pacific, as well as money for structural improvements at several Defense Department facilities, including Guam.
Overall, this means a budget of $3.2 billion for a small island in the middle of the Pacific with a population not that large at all.
Guam's Delegate Jim Moylan says part of the NDAA will go towards construction projects at Andersen Air Force Base, Joint Regional Marianas, and Naval Base Guam. He was also able to increase funding for Guam's missile defense system to make sure Guam is prepared for various threats, including ballistic, hypersonic, and cruise missile threats.
Another big concern that was added on in, which we fought for and would increase the budget by $147 million through our amendment, was the 360-degree Missile Defense Act, the protection of the island, to secure our island from the missiles that we see are a threat from the Communist Chinese Party,
including threats from other adversaries like North Korea. But that's not all. The NDAA also includes hundreds of millions for military housing.
We have the additional troops, Marines, and Armies coming on over. We need that housing to be built for them by the Department of Defense. We have a shortage of housing on Guam, which increases the housing prices for residents of Guam. So this should eliminate some of that.
Moylan says he was able to reauthorize and extend the H-2B work visa program. It allows foreigners to fill temporary non-agriculture jobs, like construction jobs.
To ensure that all this money coming in for the bill of purposes, we need the skilled labor to do it. Total of the workforce that will be coming from the Philippines is close to 10,000 employees coming on in for the military buildup, for the protection of the nation. So with these H-2B workers, what are they going to be doing? They're going to be shopping at our stores too. They're going to be visiting our restaurants. They're going to be circulating the money within our economy. They'll be bringing money home of course, but they're also going to have to buy their necessities. So it's really helpful for the island to build our economy, and it's a surge that we really need, and for the defense of our nation as well.
One thing that was not included in the NDAA that Moylan was disappointed about was the Radiation Exposure Compensation Act for the people of Guam. It provides help to people who live downwind of above-ground atomic weapons tests known as downwinders to file for compensation under RECA. Moylan has advocated that the people in Guam should be included in RECA's coverage. Although it is not part of this NDAA, Moylan believes he can get this done one way or another.
But at least the RECA measure has never gone this far in all the years that they've been attempted to. So we're still confident that we can move that forward.
In Washington, D.C., Rachel Knapp, Guam News Now.